Hello and welcome to the Walter Schmid Show one more time, another episode. Today a little bit a different topic, a topic that is very, very important for nowadays time. And I do have a guest. It is Nigel Marrison, a former Superyacht captain, serving on a 55-meter AMOLs and went through advantages that you most probably haven't had in your life. But let's talk about a little bit more. Nigel, very welcome here on the show. I appreciate that you take your time to be on that show and talk about what is it that you have done, and furthermore, what you are doing right now and doing also for the world to the better. Hello, Nigel.
Hi, Walter. Thanks for having me.
It is cool to have a captain here on the Yacht Show and on the Walter Schmid Show, because the Yacht Show as such is because it is all about yachts. And you have achieved a lot in your life. You have traveled the world. You have been in the yachting for decades. You have a huge, huge experience. And not a lot of people have had this opportunity, perhaps because they have chosen something different. But let's talk a little bit. Who are you? What have you done? What is your past? What is your future? And about your personality.
Well, thanks very much for letting me come on the show and speaking to you. Yeah, I mean, I sailed around the world when I was in my early 20s, 2 years westbound around the world, and that followed in 2 decades in yachting. I've been captain for approximately 10 years, done lots of travel, lots of off the beaten track, been up to the Arctic, lots of different experiences for the guests. So yeah, it's certainly been a journey.
Are you still in the yachting actively involved, or have you changed a little bit of your lifestyle? And if yes, why?
Gone more shore-based. I left my yacht in end of 2019, moved to Ibiza. I've hung my boots up really, or hung up my epaulets and moved to the land. Embarked on a journey with Conscious Yachting Club. It's a new project which I'm working on, which actually is being launched around the operational side of yachting.
Conscious Yachting Club. That sounds like is something for the environment, for the people, for the globe as such. But I have now no clue what it is about. What it is about, let us know a little bit more, because we need to know some insights of the Conscious Yachting Club. What's the topic and what's the goal on it?
Conscious Yachting Club makes it simple and easy for yachts and associated yachting stakeholders to adopt sustainable practice within the operation. We work closely together. We apply a systematic approach from impact assessment, data collection, analytics. We monitor, and then we guide and support them through an annual process, which culminates in an annual report, focusing on the main areas really of sustainable development, which are the environment, society, marketplace, and workplace. So how the vessel or organization is impacting in those areas. We're solution-based. So any spikes that we see in the operation, we offer solutions for them. So yeah, it's very exciting. We are building community. We are engaging with government bodies, with regulatory bodies in order to really boost the project, and it's going to change the image of yachting actually, with social impact as well. Very focused on the impacts that yachting has in society. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Well, as you say, so many things that is the benefit of this Conscious Yachting Club. There must be a reason why you came up with this idea. What was the driving force, and where the idea came up when you just created the Conscious Yachting Club?
Yes, the spirit of the club comes from profiling myself. We actually came up with the spirit of Captain Bob was the profile that we used, and he was somebody that wanted to do good, wanted to have positive impacts, and but didn't really have the time or resources to do that. So we addressed the needs of the yacht captain, of the yacht management company, and as an industry. We've turned it around, and we're providing a solution to those needs.
So this Bob, Captain Bob, was that your idea?
Yeah, it was based on my profile, but I saw my profile within many other captains that I was talking to. So through the research, it was that profile that we worked around. And then as the past year, 18 months has progressed, the topic has got very, very much stronger communication, and yachting is searching for a way to address their image and a solution to improve the image and the best practice. So that's really what the strategy aids them to do.
Now, communication is a very critical part in any conversation, business, private life as well. Everything is about communication. And as you have mentioned as well, that the yacht marketing is searching for changes, for adjustment, for many different things that have to be addressed. Now, how important do you see communication in general in the yachting industry?
It's critical. We need to communicate the right image. We need to communicate with current and future generations to have them embrace yachting. We know statistically that we're only penetrating 1% of the 1% of, sorry, I beg your pardon, 10% of the 1% of the market who can afford to engage with yachting. There has to be a reason for that, and we need to address that. We need to see why are we not engaging with those people, and align the industry to engage with them. Through research, we've identified purpose, meaning. This real shift in mindset of the expectations of luxury brands that we need to align more within planetary boundaries in order to engage with our clients, and also of purpose. What purpose does the product or service have, or what meaning? And so with conscious yachting, we help to address those issues, and in turn that boosts the reputation.
Now, as everything, if there is a change needed, it requires also a change in mindset, and that also forces people to do something different. Typically, people don't change by themselves. Now, like an apprenticeship, you have to have somebody who shows you or tells you or helps you to make this change or make this progress. How important do you see coaching in the communication, or also in general in the yachting market? How important do you see that to make that shift happen?
Well, yes, the shift has to be driven by leadership. I see myself as a leader in the sector. And with that, I think coaching can come through the educational process. So education is critical, and we have the opportunity to use coaching within the educational framework. So it's critical, is at the core of certainly what we do. And yeah, I hope that's filters down from drive, from the, let's say, the inspiration. I'll just refer to conscious yachting. So it takes leadership. We're here to lead the way, and then we take everybody who is like-minded with us. So if we have other leaders within coaching who would be inspired by such a movement, then that's absolutely fantastic.
Well, when it comes to leadership and change with the Conscious Yachting Club, what kind of people are addressed most likely to join this club, and how would they get engaged in this club?
Yes, we're a community of innovative leaders. This club's not for everybody. We are looking to engage with like-minded individuals. From the spirit of Captain Bob, that's who we're looking to engage with. So people who are looking to the future, people who are looking to future-proof their business, who want to increase engagement, who want to boost reputation. And so as leaders, we will drive the change to follow our example. So Conscious Yachting Club, we have a website, consciousyachting.club. You will see all the information on there. We have a LinkedIn profile under my name, Nigel Marrison. And you can also get me on email, nigel@consciousyachting.club.
Cool. So people, if you listen here, you can engage, go to consciousyachting.club, not .com, .club, or go directly to Nigel Marrison on the mail. And by the way, you will see all these informations here on this interview here and there. Maybe you have recognized I start already pretty much in the beginning because I want to make sure that you don't miss the connection opportunity. Now let's go a little bit further into the consciousness. It is a move worldwide that I recognize and observe that a lot of companies, a lot of markets and niches as well, they are starting going more into the consciousness way of doing business. But is there also money in that business?
The strategy that we apply is one that is from the corporate world, actually. Sustainable development is grouped under many different headings, from the United Nations initiative from 2015 of United Nations Goals for Sustainable Development. We have a culture of CSR, which is corporate social responsibility, which is the culture around sustainable development. The strategic framework which has been established is ESG, so it's environmental social governance. It is very clear from research and data that companies adopting ESG annual reporting, it's reporting aside their financial reports. So it's non-mandatory, becoming more mandatory, but the benefits of such boost the economic model. They actually get more engagement, customer engagement. I mean, as we know, 70% of customers prefer to engage with services or products of an environmentally or of a sustainable nature. And that is going through into the business model. So let's talk about yachting and how do we, let's say, future-proof yachting or boost reputation. In a nutshell, it's by adopting ESG reporting. Everything I've spoken about regarding strategy, regarding just best practice, it's putting it in more plain language around the more technical terminology, which is ESG reporting. And the benefits of such will be client engagement, boosting revenue, creating new revenue streams, stakeholder engagement, and many, many others, which translate into a stronger business model and one that mitigates risk.
That sounds like a lot of work for you. So there is tons of angles that you have to connect the dots in between. Where do you get all this energy? There must be a source. What is the source that you have that brings you to the point that you get up every morning working hard on all those stuffs? What is it that is your driving force?
My personality and my character are one part of the driving force. I want to live a purposeful and meaningful life, creating impact for others. That is really at my core. So when I do good, when I can help somebody, it's very satisfying for me. That's what gives me pleasure. And so I engaged with a brand strategist. I think what we need to do in yachting is we really need to bring in talent from the outside of yachting. And it wasn't a decision I consciously made, but I actually work with a brand strategist, business development, who's a lady, and she gives me drive and the energy to push on and make the change. Yeah, a combination of my own personal drive in what I want to achieve in my next chapter of life, and being driven by the strategy and having impact.
As here are a lot of people perhaps listening as well who start a business, are in business, want to make a change. Now, what would be your best advice to people to go to the next level, personally or in business, or both?
Very simply, to do something that you love. And there's the old cliche that you'll never go to work if you do something that you really enjoy. To be good, be purposeful, be meaningful. I think I've mentioned that a few times, but it's really at the core. So if you're doing something that's having a positive impact, then that, for me, that fulfills me. And so really basic, do what you love, do something that's purposeful and fulfilling for yourself. That will turn into profit.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
With the right strategy.
That really sounds like a good plan, a really good plan. Then that's why I want to ask you, where will Nigel be in the next 2 years?
In 2 years' time, I will be the spokesperson for Superyacht industry, cross-sector between government, regulatory bodies within the maritime industry, and for yachting. And I will be the industry spokesperson for Superyacht industry to develop with a more sustainable practice. So I'm bringing everybody together. I'm the leader that people have been looking for. People have been organizations that have been a call for leadership, and I'm one of those leaders. And I'm the guy that's going to talk to government, talk to yachting, talk to regulatory bodies, and talk to the local communities as well, and to further develop, just continuous development on how we can adopt better operational practice within the super industry.
I'm certain that you will reach this goal because out of your personality as an authentic person and not someone who just plays something. So I recognize you and I'll see you as a human being that is not playing a role, you playing what you are and who you are. And I think that's one of the core reasons why you have succeeded already. And I'm sure you will succeed. You mentioned it many times as well, the purposeful meaning of doing some things, which is becoming more and more important in nowadays time, that people searching for their purpose in life. And I think it's a great role model that you're going into and becoming and being already as a leader of, let's say, a new way of how to lead not only companies, but people as such. Very interesting topics and informations that we get here out from you, Nigel. I appreciate it very much. And now I want to give you, because we're coming to the end slowly in this interview, what is it that you want to know people that is really important for you to spread out the word to the world, to the listeners? What is it that you want to bring to the people?
It's a big one. Well, I've been at sea all my life, and I want us to think about our impact in all areas. We need to be committed to restoring our natural capital. We need to be committed to restoring social harmony. We need to be committed to reducing and becoming zero carbon. So with all these things, and there's a simple definition of sustainable development. It's and it's provisioning so that future generations have the facility to provide for themselves. They have the natural resources that they need. So it's my message is to really think about how you're living your life. My core value is love. I love my life. I love my family, and I really want to impact and have that as my core value going through life. So we love the planet. We love each other, and there was more peace, then all that budget that was assigned to warfare could then be assigned to actually restoring natural capital and nature and such like, and provisioning so that future generations can be as fortunate to live life as I have been so privileged to do so. Be conscious.
Wise words, important words, a message that is apart from many others, but really hits the bottom line that is important in nowadays day. And thank you very much, Nigel, for sharing this information, sharing your wisdom, your experiences, your plans as well. And for you as listeners and viewers, check out if you are the right person to engage in the Conscious Yachting Club with Nigel Marrison. It was an honor having you here, Nigel. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that you have given everything that you have in this short time. Wish you a great future, a lot of people engaging in this club to make the world in the yachting club a better place to be. And have a great day. Stay safe. Stay away from what is not good for you. Be in love and follow your feelings. This was the Walter Schmid Show in another way of framing up the conversation. And see you next time.